good, people? Happy New Year. Boxpod TV is back bigger and better. I hope you had a restful December. Lakini, considering all the events you went to, I know you're resting now. It's okay. Welcome to another awesome episode of Run the Tape. And I'm so excited because we have a lot of things to unpack. But before I tell you what we're going to be unpacking, I've got a guest.
Wagwan, Jonito Mbugua from Zoza Podcast. Sema Zoza Skuzombor. I'm glad to be here, by the way.
From a Ugandan and Nigerian and international audience, we will try. But you can connect the dots, right?
Yeah.
You'll just connect the dots. Like you see, like Zombor. Just skip that one. Sikuzombor.
Yeah.
Skip it. They don't need to be deep. A lot of things have unfolded, my guy.
Yeah.
First, it's good to see you. Look sharp and nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tried.
I hope your employer doesn't watch our show.
No, he doesn't.
This is a big pod. What you talking about? Hii ni pod kubwa.
Simsi wa mapod. Ningekuwa pia insecure na pod yangu.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So now that we've started, we've got a lot of things we want to unpack. First and foremost, where will you end up on IShowSpeed?
Nilimonia tu YouTube. Ilikuwa kijani.
You're not a fan?
I'm a fan, but not to that extent. Ingekuwa ni Messi ama CR7 hivi, def. Ningekuwa nimeruka juu kavinde.
All right, if you don't know, IShowSpeed, the international most popular streamer, one of the most popular, is currently doing his Africa tour. And while he's on tour, he stopped in different parts of the continent. And producer will run for us a few tapes on so that you guys can see that, right? And man, he did a lot of things. First, he was in SA,
Botswana, Zambia.
I saw he was in Angola as well.
Even Eswatini.
But that's even bado ni South Africa.
Rwanda.
South Africa.
Yeah. Rwanda.
And then he said, what did he say about Rwanda?
About the baboons, I guess.
No, bro. He said the country is the most beautiful that he's ever been to.
For real?
Right, yeah. In fact, did you know that he broke a world record of his own for streaming? 4.1 million views in 3 hours, right? That's great. That was before Enter Kenya into the chat.
Yo, over 360K subs.
Bro.
In one stream.
Not only that, the guy made 7.8 million views. In 3 hours. In 40 minutes.
Crazy.
Right? He broke records. The guy was excited. He was hugging people. One of my favorite was this one, Run the Tape.
Too bad. I love it.
So, men won't even shake each other's hands because it's gay, right? But you will hug the shit out of IShowSpeed. I don't understand what's going on. What's going on in this video?
So, the guy had an issue with the bike, with the motorbike. So, he kept on following him each and every time, wherever he was going, but he had issues. So, Nile design, someone is helping him with the bike, then we go, it stops. He had issue each and every time. Alafu akampata the last minute.
Yeah. So
he was so emotional. Effort. Yeah, he was so emotional.
Yeah, because
the bouncers and the bouncer and security guys weren't that good.
Yeah, no, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. If something happens to IShowSpeed, for the rest of you guys go home and you talk about it. For that bouncer, that's the end of his jobs. You get what I'm saying? The job. He's not a fan. He's there to protect. Usimkaribie, usimongeleshe, usimguze. You don't know what people's intentions are. Just because someone is a fan and say, "Oh, there's a guy who had even recorded a video telling IShowSpeed he shouldn't come to Kenya, blah blah blah." DJ, run the tape.
This message goes to my brother IShowSpeed. At the moment, do not come to Kenya. And I know many of you will throw stones at me and say, why that way? But there's a very strong reason behind that. And for now, I'll just advise my brother IShowSpeed, if this video reaches you, cancel your trip to Kenya. I have a very understandable reason as to why you should not visit Kenya at the moment. I've explained it in so many words, but it's all that reason comes back to one dream. Today, this morning, it's on 6th. Yesterday, you had a very nice tour in Botswana or Kavango. I saw the stream, but my dream was not good at all.
So there he is. That's what he's saying. You know, I don't want to dismiss him yet because today he's in Masai Mara. Unajua kuna kwanga na lions.
But Leon ataenda kwa hotel ya balloon pia. There were rumors.
Yeah. So.
But how come he hasn't met like your president?
Si president yako Dubai. No, he wasn't. I don't know. Is he in the country? I don't know. Now also, guys, as in, is everybody going to meet the president? See, president alimtumia video.
But unajua PR ya prezo venye nakuanga. Nataka kualign na vitu zenye Gen Z want and everything. So
no, alituma message.
Liliona.
Alituma message, hiyo imetosha. Ama ulikuwa unataka afanye backflips.
Of course.
That's crazy.
The State House breakfast nini. Unajua mseka huyo.
Because
he has met other presidents from other countries.
Really?
Yeah.
Eswatini
and also sijui ni Europe or Asia, I don't know. Amepatana mse pia.
Unajua Kenya ni kubwa. Sisi we are a big nation. Our president is not just available to anyone. Comes into the country.
But I had an issue. That Boma marketing, the affordable housing marketing, that was so whack, bro. You could just see Ruto in this thing, man.
I even thought
Mukuru kwa jenga, bro.
I thought it was AI. When I saw the video of him on the matatu going into the thingy, I was like, is this real? Is this somebody, maybe the lookalike? But then in that moment, they decided they were going to play basketball, right? And we have a very simple rule about basketball, right? Like if you don't know, ask the rules, right? And basketball is simple. You just wake up the basket
and hope.
And most especially if you're tall, it's
so
an added
easy.
Advantage, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. If you're Goliath, Gen Z Goliath, he's the only person who doesn't know the rules for basketball. Like he literally doesn't know the game.
He doesn't even know NBO. What's NBO?
What alisema NBO?
Aliuliza what's NBO? That's my friend. Wala ujari yo video?
Guys, please just give the guy a break, right? But it's the way he carried IShowSpeed, and I have to say I really like seeing IShowSpeed's masculinity. He doesn't have a problem, which a lot of African men have. Naweza hagiwa hivyo na Gen Z gola.
Sistaka.
Kwa nini?
Si ego tu yangu tu.
No, as in akulift TV just for content.
No. Ego yangu alafu unaona 47 mic. Kwanza
47 million people watching you.
Imagine.
Like
alafu alionyesha na kuna swali kwa nasema alionyesha na ask yake man 47 mic.
Ati what?
Ask crack.
Oh. No, but guys, I'm as a babe who lives in this country, I've seen so much ass crack I didn't ask for.
But bro, like, this is speed.
No, but guys, you like jifanying like you can't feel your crack. Yes. Now that you brought it up, let me just say this, right? Where's my camera?
Yeah.
Mbona mnapenda kujifanya like you can't feel the breeze on your crack, right? For example, your car stops. You go there on the side of the nini, you wash out, you fungua the bonnet, then you bend over. I'm like, bro, why is your boxer in mid of your butt? Why? Umeva pant tight, belt nini kitambiko, the matako is coming out. Why are you doing this? You're doing it intentionally. You have a thing, you want us to see your crack. It's a thing.
Walai.
Yeah, I think there are people who, because si boxer hiyo lining inakwanga hapa inashikilia. How is it in the middle of the crack? How is it sliding down?
So unasema unasag.
You're doing it intentionally.
Boxers.
Kuna wase wanapenda too. You know, it's like those guys who like showing us. You've never heard of those stories that someone is in a matatu and then there's a guy just in the back seat who's just and then he's just looking at you like Walai.
That's mad.
I know.
I've just seen it on the streets. Uko downtown.
Yeah. He's in the job. It's just like this. You know.
So after seeing like a babe,
he wants you to see him. He wants you to do eye contact. So he does the. So I think it's the same thing with the crack. I think guys just like, it's just, oh my God, this is my moment. Then he goes, funguas that bonnet. Babe, sioni kitu hapa. Babe, mi naona mob. Rudisha matako ndani ya trouser. Come on. I don't understand it, man. guys.
Alafu there was that cheap marketing of dollar. Did you see it? Ati aliambiwa sasa Speed aliambiwa ati ukikula kula ugali ya dollar tutarefuka kama mimi.
Wow. So there's that's good marketing. That's Goliath.
Nadhani sasa hata okay Speed hata kuwa hapo at all. But haikupewa attention ile hiyo design.
Me, I feel like, you know what? I have to say this. I want to shout out Magical Kenya, the new team that has checked in, because they jumped on this thing, right? And they put Kenya on the map properly. In terms of branding, compared to any other country, I think Kenya was
Can you tell?
more organized.
You can tell there was a Gen Z in that team. The way, the places that they chose to go, National Park, Evo, you can just tell, KICC. Ingekuwa msee mzee? Ai bro.
Unajua madem, si wazee. Ni wa sharp. Experience, right? They clearly understood how to sell the market, how to sell the country, how to market the country. Before, if it was probably the old team, I'm sure angeanza National Park, right? Ingekuwa animals, ingekuwa Masais jumping up and down, right? The stereotypical stuff about Kenya. But what I enjoyed seeing was that it was the people. Right? And the ordinary people, not a specific tribe or a something that tourists are into.
Angepelekwa hata Upper Hill sidhani. You know he went to Upper Hill.
Yeah, he went to Upper.
Sidhani angepelekwa.
No, but you see, alikuwa ameandika the itinerary of the things he wants to do, him and his production team, right? We want to go to a school, we want to be able to do this, we want to interact with youth, like this, like that. And then they now decide where they're going to plug them in. So it was great to see. But nataka kutoka kwa hizi stories that I show with one last story, right? So, of course, there's something about IShowSpeed. I don't know. The boys love him. Where are the girls? Like, he's not like, babes don't care for streamers.
But
I didn't see a single girl. It was
kulikuwa nao though. Kulikuwa nao. Okay, kulikuwa na madem but si wengi hivyo. Alafu najua pia madem kwa crowds. Hawezi maneuver. Ilikuwa mob. Like your place ilikuwa mob. Ilikuwa mob design. Kuna time alikuwa napelekwa around with the WRC team around CBD. Sasa security team yake iko imefika. Alafu sijui kuliendaje the driver akaanza alikuwa anaongea na Kiswahili. Ngata imeisha. Manze. Kwa hapo KICC Speed anamwambia drive because the guys were mobbing the car. It was mad. Unaona venye World War Z hiyo design. Ana security anajaribu kuwakola fiki. Alafu mse anajibu na Kiswahili.
It's so crazy.
We don't have any petrol. Ngata imeisha bana, ngata imeisha.
That's so crazy.
Bro, this is a lifetime thing. Alafu
he wasn't prepped. Mtu anakujaje bila mafuta. But I want to the one guy who definitely was not prepped, and I know that ilikuwa kitu ya last minute. You can't tell me any other way. And this guy apparently is the Kenyan IShowSpeed lookalike. And me, I'm like IShowSlow. Because how did this guy think he was going to be able... Has he even met... did he meet Speed?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Because I think everybody was mobbing. But like, I just didn't feel like he had the personality. In fact, you know what? I want you to be the judge. Because when I saw this video, I left a comment that ended up trending. But I'd love your thoughts. Because this guy, in his mind, he thinks that he is a IShowSpeed lookalike. Run the tape.
Baba.
Yo, Kenya Speed here, man.
Yeah, Kenya IShowSpeed.
Kenya IShowSpeed lookalike.
Able show us the number 7. I can see you have the number 7. Okay, do the woo. Okay.
Yeah, how strong it is.
Why do you think you look like IShowSpeed?
Nikitembea tu CBD, everybody is like IShowSpeed.
Everyone.
I can't even walk around CBD, bro. Yeah.
So the IShowSpeed guy, I'm calling him IShowSlow, and So I think in all, Uchali, I think he's a lookalike, but if he had at least 7 months training.
Hata backflip moja.
Angekuwa ki practice at least, you know, like I'm going to meet this guy. Because even his I'm just like, why do you sound like that? Hana energy. You know what I'm saying? He was just so slow, man. So I think IShowSlow. In Kenya, we have IShowSlow. Right? Guys, You know what I've learned? You need to stop judging babes, okay? Whatever fans, celebrity we like, and Beyonce has come to Kenya and us guys are willing to sell our kidney. Let me hear you judge us at Beehive, guys. Oh, because what you guys showed us this weekend with IShowSpeed is that it's just your stars are the ones who are not coming to Kenya, right? Because now I was just asking myself, IShowSpeed. If Ronaldo decides like I'm just gonna pass by this country for 2 minutes,
ningekuwa hapo bro,
right? And then that's the day you'll find that the country only has women. The men are all at the border waiting for Ronaldo. That's so crazy, guys. Like anyway. Bigger story, right? So IShowSpeed, of course, was the big story of this week. You guys have been anticipating, planning, prepping. While that's been happening, there are other serious matters in this nation. Serious. Oh, no, serious.
Bunisho.
Sisi ni mahaga. This is the nation of mahaga, right? So it started with this lady who was supposed to be traveling for environmental campaigns and stuff, workshops, meetings, and then akanyimwa visa, and basically there was just like a lot of bureaucracy, right? And how did she respond to this issue? She decided she's going to hug a tree, and I gotta be honest, the first time I heard this statement, my thing was like, Kenya, we have a very interesting relationship with miti. Mara tunazikata, matransformers zinangolewa, right?
Wow.
Alafu tunazihug, right? So this lady, she hugged the tree. She got the world record. I think it was 36 hours or something like that. She did her thing. Yay! She even met the president. Now, how many copycats? That's what they're called. Because if somebody does something and you go and do the exact same thing, it's called, say it with me, copying. It's copying, because there's so many other things we can break records for, but not in Kenya. Because now we are just mahaga, right? So let me show you some of the ones that I like, right? I've picked my top 3.
Yeah.
Umeona mtu yote akihug mti, by the way? Have you seen any story of tree hugging?
Maybe ile ya kusaidia tu bro.
What?
Ile boys fulani alikuwa anasaidia bro yake, sijui alikuwa
the 14-year-old.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So there's a 14-year-old who was hugging a tree to help his brother out, run the tape.
This young boy, 14 years old, has been hugging a tree for 44 hours and is going to hug this tree for 6 more hours at 9 p.m. today. And he's doing this to fundraise for his brother. He wants to raise 3.5 million shillings so his brother can receive treatment abroad in India, right? Yeah. In India. And so far he has not taken any breaks. However, amekuwa akikuwa energized by being given water and some glucose, and he's only 14 years old.
That's a solid.
But guys have taken it to the next level.
Yeah.
We no longer need a tree.
What do you mean?
Sisi wenyewe. See the couple one.
There's a couple that's breaking a record.
Yeah. Si wana hug kuonyeshana marriage works and beauty.
Sorry, what?
Tuna hug. So a couple wana hug each other to showcase how marriage works and how beautiful a couple is.
Oh wow, we got to see this. Run the tape.
Habari zenu wa Kenya. So sisi hapa wawili kama couple tumeamua kufanya hii challenge ya kuhug each other juu ya marriage. We are representing marriage. Ili tunafaa kuonyesha watu that marriage inafaa kudumu na inafaa kuwa kitu mzuri. Juu siku hizi marriages iko na challenges mingi. We are hugging each other for 96 hours. Hizo ni how many days?
4.
For 4 days.
Wow, woo woo.
Na kwa hii marriage yenu mko na challenge nyinyi. Mnaonekana mnakaa vizuri. Ni kama mna mashida.
Challenges ni mingi. Kama sasa sometime back sisi na bwanangu kuna siku tulikuwa tunashinda in arguments, fights. Kuna siku hata nimekata bwanangu bila kujua.
Sorry, technically bado pia yana hug mti. But here's my question, mti yake personal. Right? But here's my question, right? Clearly your marriage iko na shida. Unaweza hug them for 96 hours bila kumbao?
Hata sivyo nana anaweza kukata. Nimseme kukata before.
Hey, I don't know. And then I don't think I feel like I'd hug a tree better than I'd hug a person for that long. Because at some point, as in 96 hours amjaoga. Mi sitaki kukuhug. Unajua mi naweza jinusa for 96 hours bila kuoga. But I can't smell you, man. Shit. I know we're married, but fuck that.
Sasa labda kuna mse anawaletea dio anawaspray nini.
Yeah, but haujaoga. Bottom line.
Ni record. We are chasing a record.
And usually when two bodies come together, more things are produced. So I don't know. This is the real challenge for me. It's like mtu akisnooze amechoka sasa umebeba mzigo. You know, the tree iko imara, right? The tree is standing. It's like, it's crazy. I don't know about this.
But the reason why they hug you?
I think this is only there.
To resolve arguments. Sijui lilikatwa. Wendo unaanzanga kunikata.
I feel like they are making up. You get? Like this is a personal thing for their relationship. Like wamesha kutoka kwa cheki. Mimi sikuachi. Haya sawa. By this tumeshikiliana for 1 hour. Si tufanye challenge ya 96 hours.
So
and that's how it happens.
So ni trauma bonding.
Honestly, because after mshakatana, then now you want to teach the rest of the people.
Bro.
What the fuck are you teaching? Learn first before you get teach.
But that's mad.
That's crazy. Anyway, I wish them all the best. And I can't wait. I'll be following up because I want to see when they're falling apart.
Hiyo tutaipata patanisho.
That's the best part. All right. Now, men, I want to apologize. Like, I genuinely want to apologize because there's something I'm always making fun of. And the other day I realized that this is a real thing, man. Going bald. Going bald for men. Okay. I know this is the wrong person to speak to about this shit. But, like, do you ever think about losing your hair? When the time comes?
I don't. It has never crossed. It has never crossed.
I mean, because clearly you're a guy who loves your hair.
Yeah.
I see the styles,
It's
the
like
combing.
cross. Maybe high school, ulkoshazoea, but after high school,
Yeah. Do you have older brothers?
yeah,
Are they balding?
yeah.
So you can see what's coming, right?
I'm the special one.
You're the special one.
Jose Mourinho.
All right. So when that moment comes, right?
Yeah.
You know, nobody prepares you for it. Like, has your brother sat you down and said, check?
But they could see it from way back. Unaona?
Yeah.
Them, ile design from high school unaezaona, it's coming. So there's no way you can resist. So unaanza kuzoea short hair mapema. By the time you get to corporate or graduating, ushazoea.
Ushazoea the hairstyle.
Hata sasa inakuwa ni clean. Unaona ile saka ya kwenda high school. Unacha kiasi bas. Yeah, so they're so used to that.
That's crazy. So you think you're the special one?
I'm always a special one.
All right, cool. But when that moment comes, you know, it's like for babes, you know.
I've seen Kimanzi has done it.
Balding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one day your hair just lets go of you. It's just like, yo, it's unlivable here. Bye. And then now there's no hair coming out of your head. And now your head is exposed. Now you're wondering, should I shave the rest? Or should I spray paint some here? Right? I see guys spray painting hairlines and I'm like, these barbers need to stop this shit. Anyway.
Geometric barber.
Like unapata tu mtu amespray paint you. But anyway, I'm here to apologize. Let me not apologize while adding more insult to injury, right? So I watched this guy on TikTok and he really made my thinking on men's hair and the struggle. He I don't know, he humanized it. And now I'm like, okay, I think I want to walk with guys on this journey because it seems nobody's walking with you. So I got you. I'm an ally right now. Yeah. Run the tape. All right. So there's a guy. You can see how Manzi the guy is like holding on to the hair.
In denial.
In denial, Maze. He was probably like you. Had nice, long, healthy hair. You know, hairline. You can see, and his hairline was paka here.
He had a forehead.
See, no.
Before, he had a forehead. You could tell he had a forehead over here.
That's how the hair started bouncing. The forehead started showing up.
Oh.
Hey. So one day you're just like this. You see the way your eyebrows and your hairline are about to shikana. They've just left enough space so that we can see your forehead, right? So it's not weird. So imagine one day you're just looking at yourself in the mirror, then you're like, and you know you're the first one who will notice because you see your face more than anyone, right?
Facts.
Then you're like, wait,
what's happening?
Something's different, right? But you won't clock it that the hair is moving back. Kidogo, and then you start seeing the roots of the hair, but the hair is missing. What are the roots doing? The hair has uprooted itself, right? Then you start now. You know the first thing. What would you do? Will you shave the head?
Yeah.
Short hair. You'll start pushing this one forward.
Mseweka ndo isikuwe recognized. Alafu unajua unapod uko kwa public space na nini. Unaweka tu short hair unaanza kusema nimechoka kuweka afro, nimezeeka. Unajua mtu mse uanza hivyo. The age that I've turned right now, I feel like short hair is the best for me. Nini. Then pole.
Una transition into baldness.
Una transition to pole.
So it must mean that this hair journey it's inapata mtu left, and before you know it you're there now trying to defend whether you should hold on. Maybe this is the time you should go to Turkey. Maybe you should go find that spray painting baba, you know, ama you should just, you know, but it's an internal conversation. It's not like you're sitting with somebody like, babe, have you noticed? So what should I do? Because on top of that, you're embarrassed. You see the guy, he was even pushing it forward, pushing it back, sideways.
Ama maybe ni mdemu wake alimshow, by the way, if you go bald, it can't work out.
Baldness is something that, hair is important for men. So much so that there's a guy has tengenezada rap for you bald. So that when you bald, you don't feel shame. Just accept it. It is what it is. What the fuck? Put it on. Run the tape.
Ball nigga, why you ain't got no hair up there? I don't know, for some reason this shit won't grow. I'll probably never get a fro, but I'm the wrong nigga for you to pick on though. Had a no hat, your bitch on go. Fresh shave, I hope it don't snow. Me, I'm not Jamaican, but I turn the beanie man whenever it get cold. Niggas out here hat fishing, they getting exposed. Security said there's no hats now, you rather go home. Bald head, I'm major pain. Bald like Debo, I can see his face, so I ain't take his chain. Bald head like Professor X, I be reading minds, give me brain. No hat, no shame. I ain't about to fly to Turkey, and I ain't using Rogaine, I'm a ball. There you go.
This is what you call self-affirmation.
But it's the same thing with the girls who don't have bodies. Venye wanaenda huko na koma vitu huko awalali.
It's not the same. You see, the one you're adding, right? The bum that you're adding. Because your bum disappeared. You just didn't come with bum. You get? You're adding something that you didn't have. It's like now you see your eyes. Then your eyes leave you. You get what I'm saying? Nobody has prepared you for the afterlife, which is blindness. So baldness is something that even a president, I think it's of South Korea, if I'm not wrong, one of these countries, and he said that he wants baldness to be introduced. So we need to give social support to men, especially young men, because balding used to be a thing for old guys. What are we talking about? The world, right now, you can be born before you've even hit 15, your hair's bounced, right? And now you're a bald guy, right? And there's nobody having conversations about, now, son, listen, right? When your hair goes, okay, you are now transitioning into a bald man who's badder than a hair man, okay?
Eish.
Right? You gotta give some self-affirmation. You see like this guy who's,
from the west side.
You can start appreciating yourself. Lakini kama sasa ni kitu tu private, alafu sasa you go out, you're like, everybody's looking at my head. Fuck now. You're stuck with a kofi ama kidurag for the rest of your life.
But acha nikupeleke kwa side ya madem. The way kuna mdem akiwa teenage to maybe early 20s, maybe till 30s, until maybe anze kulactate alafu manini zina drop majegi my boobs. So si ataenda tu hivyo, as in it's something she had, zilikuwa fiti, alikuwa napata, like ndio ilikuwa strong point. Unajua kuna mademu wetu sana sana wa Murima, the Kikuyu babes, for your Ghanaian friends. Unapata the boobs were so good, then maybe after a period of time, maybe amefika 30s hapo, zinasag, ataenda hiyo majuu afanye hizo masurgery. It's the same.
It's not a must to do surgery.
Okay, maybe.
And even for this, we're not talking about surgery, right? We're saying, and most people, let's
guys,
just be honest, most people will not afford to do anything about their baldness. Most.
For
like
real?
you like, so Jonte has gone bald. Can he afford to go to Turkey?
Hakuna za Kenya, kuna si knows whom.
Most people cannot afford.
Afford.
Exactly.
Okay.
So most people will do nothing about it. And actually, you're speaking to what I'm talking about. Why should a guy go do surgery? And that's why I'm talking about self-affirmation. Because you spent time making it a personal struggle. The day you start to lose your hair, I promise you will remember this conversation. Why? Because it will be a personal, private struggle, right? It's like the example you want to use for women is menopause, right? Not boobs falling, because you can lift them up. My guy, every babe out here is lifting up her boobs, right? For whatever reason. In fact, you don't even need to hit 30. The boobs are big, right? They gotta be lifted, okay? Because it's not a muscle. It's just some fat, right? Yeah. So with menopause, basically your life, there are things your body was producing and then it's now not. So you're saying goodbye to, and nobody prepares you for this thing. You get, now people are talking about menopause. It becomes a private struggle. For men, I've realized it's hair, right?
Crazy.
And think about it. I've done research. The Jewish have a yarmulke hat, right? And not where they place it, where the kihara starts. So someone was smart enough back in the day, he realized this is a struggle for men. We're going to make it religious. They covered it, right? Somalis.
The Muslims.
They dye it. No, I'm talking about Somalis, right? They dye the hair, right? Old men. You see, they have red hair, right? Because the turning black, white. It's very rare you see a Somali man with gray hair, right? They either shave it, dye it black, or they dye it red, right? But then the balding part, there's a kofia. You get what I'm saying? And then they'd say, easy kofia, there's an age where you get them. You understand? So there was a way that we were treating balding. Why? Because it's not a thing that men are prepared for. You reach that place, it's like jumping menopause, and now you know you're no longer a small boy. You get? Now you're no longer... Watu wakikuona wanachekicheki mzae.
No, imagine.
Sabi you're bald.
Imagine uko 21 alafu naambiwa unasema kitu kama hiyo.
That's the reality.
Yeah,
exactly.
facts,
and let me just be honest.
Yeah.
Babes like hair. Like, we like hair. I don't want to touch... Like, if I had to choose...
Lakini Beyonce ametoa hadi album ya bald.
Lakini sasa mimi ni cheeky.
Wow.
Am I cheeky?
Okay.
Right?
So,
I like him as an artist. Will he be the one I'll date? No, not necessarily. That's my personal preference. So hair is, and that's why this thing is important. And guys, sazile una go through your journey and una realize, God damn. This is what Kwebox is talking about. I'm like, yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I got you. I want to walk this journey with you. Your head is beautiful, my boy. Okay? Your head is beautiful.
But
okay?
No, ukipata boys, okay. Tuseme
I just won't date you.
As in mshafika, mlisha dates, mlisha kubaliana, mshawana, alafu happen maybe what will happen?
That's why we look. Me, I don't date someone without knowing your famo. Okay? me, I want to meet the farms. And if you're being dodged over here, actually, what am I talking about? My last ex, alikuwa bald man. Like, you see what ends up happening, right? When you have hair, you're like you, right? Apa masha manini. Apa, you don't even pay attention. Like, fuck it, I got a full head of hair, right? And that shit bounces. When a good head gone bald, what you gonna do? You're gonna grow a beard. No. So the bigger the beard, the balder the head. You get what I'm saying?
They invest even in the oils.
Yeah. Sasa ndio unaanza kusema ile arugano ulikuwa unasema ndio gani? What do you use for your nini? Paka even a guy finds a comb. A guy who never used to comb his ndengus on the head. Now he has a comb for his beard.
Crazy.
Yeah, hair is important.
Ni
And
ex
I'm
wako
gonna walk
umeongelea
this
hivyo
journey.
vibaya?
Huh? Yes, alikuwa mcute. Mimi alikuwa ameshinda. Alikuwa bald na nilikuwa na yeye. So it means alikuwa
so kuna exemptions. That 1%. Guys, don't give up.
Don't give up. Honestly. And especially if you have a cyber truck.
Hey.
Nani anapiga picha tupige? God dang. Cybertruck. Mombasa. Cyber locus. Ina charge, si ndio? Hey, God dang. Shika. Mombasa.
Ish.
Mbona hiyo kitu?
But ni crazy.
Mtu akona Cybertruck Kenya pali watu wanasema ati the economy is tough. And then the guy with a Cybertruck.
But Mombasa upul easy makazi like each and every time.
Do you think they're just actually floated and you just found it on Indian Ocean?
No, as in it's Mombasa. The guys they have crazy money. Unajua uko Lamborghini nika
Who are these guys?
Probox.
Are they Kenyans?
Unaona venye Probox imezoea easy sides like huko it's Lamborghini and Ferrari. Ukumbuke kuna ile video fulani Ruto.
Wacha kuniongelesha by the way. Ati pro what? Come on. Sisi ni wa electric vehicles.
Hybrids.
Shit. Probox imezoea Meru. Ukimbisha mogoka kutoka kwa shamba.
But right? venye waseli normalize bro, cost it's like ni Kenya ingine. Hadi the weddings they do. Unacheki hizo magari. Unajua huku tumezoea tu V8, mtu ana tu V8 tu nini. Watu wafurahi mwana TX ama watu Benz. Bro huko ni mad. Ferrari na Lambo ndo zinaenda wedo.
A Cybertruck. Okay, me the only reason I'm not ati I don't want someone to have a Cybertruck. Yeah, no, that's not it. I want you to have a Cybertruck, but not now when the fucking economy is struggling. What the fuck are you showing us?
Anataka kutia kilelesho ile base.
I'm sure ule kijana a record video, but I'm like what, are we not in the same Kenya? Bro. Anyway, so next time you say, hey, hii Kenya kuna pesa, sema, mimi sina pesa.
Breaking Bad type shit.
Yeah. So yeah. Because last year there was an influx of I saw Kenya was making what do you call it? Methamphetamine. Meth. There was a meth lab that was busted in Kitengela. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And it had cartel members and a Nigerian and 2 Kuyo babes.
Sasa imagine hiyo ni yenye imejulikana.
And I'm not stereotyping. I'm just telling you who was there.
But Kuyo's no biz.
So that's what I'm saying. Even Nigerians.
So imagine
even
that's the one that's public. So imagine zenye ziko public. Alafu zenye ziko coast.
But what I want to ask is, who the fuck do you know who takes meth? Have you ever Kago, do you know anyone who takes meth? It's okay. You won't expose them.
Okay, maybe.
Have you ever, I've seen every sort of I've met people there that 2 years ago. I know a friend who then told me they went through a heroin. But I was just saying, girl, where the fuck did you? And then I caught myself. I said, no judgment. I said, oh, great.
But
cocaine is salt in Kenya, right? Like people be taking cocaine like it's like
there are particular events ukienda it's so normal.
Like which one?
Do I need to
just say one?
This is a 3-step. Acha tuseme hivyo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've heard that story. Like
those
I'm a piano
ones,
gigs and
the
uns gigs.
Yeah.
That guys are all on drugs. So I went to one. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. I went to a uns party there like a month and a half ago, and I went alone. And
why do you go to events alone?
I like it. It gives me an opportunity to speak to people outside of my circle.
Security
but if
wise,
I go with my own people, Shaniona, do you know what my brand is? Kapow. I will fuck you up. But I don't fight. No, I try to stay. You might not see the security, but I'm not alone. Right?
Okay.
But yeah, I go to gigs by myself so that I can be able to enjoy. And then this guy. So of course me, you know me when I get to an event, I'm not majority of people who are waiting for the party to start so that they can have a good time. Me, I get there and I start.
From the word go.
Yeah, I'm there to dance. Like, I'm there to dance. I could be in my bed. I live very comfortably. I could be at home, but I'm here in this darkness to enjoy myself. So I'm there dancing, and everybody was watching me like, you know, so, and these are 2 white girls came and they were also dancing and we ended up hanging out together now. And about 4 people asked me for drugs. And I was like, is it because I'm energetic naturally?
Facts.
You know, I do get asked for drugs a lot, which...
Alafu sasa unajua, the moment maybe you take that pill ama you inject yourself with something, sana watakuwa na hiyo energy yako. So they crave for that.
Could you inject?
Okay.
I think you have gone too far, bro. If you have to inject yourself to have a good time at the party.
But unajua it's normalized. Hadi unaona maybe on our end sisi tuko zile za but kuna wase wataona tu ni normal tu.
No, ndio nakwambia sasa, look at me, I'm telling you. You've gone too far. You have gone too far. If you have to inject anything, you've gone too far. You know what I'm saying?
Lazima watu wa buy cyber
like
trucks.
even just sniff it. But like, what the fuck are you no. Injecting, you've gone too far. You've gone too far.
But sasa unaona pale pesa ya cyber truck inatoka. You see, kwanza umeona influx ya hizo my events zimekuwa mob nowadays.
Oh shit. So 1 + 1 is equals to Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Is it what way events was?
Is edition as in maybe zinahonga after each and every 2 months. Ama each and every month kuzikosa.
Yeah. But see, they also do house I'm sure they do house deliveries as well.
It started in Costo, like Costo ilikuwa Crazy nini lafu. Guess maybe wali recognize population mob ni wase wa Coast wenye wana party ni wase wa Nairobi, so wakaileta huko.
Yeah. I know I've joked about sniffing it, but all I'll say is at the end of the day
hard drugs and Craze.
I tell people, you know, have you ever heard the song Hotel California? If you haven't, go listen to it. And there's one line that he says, it's that place where you go, but you can't get out. You can never leave, right? So that's the thing about, it's fun to take that injection because someone has told you, aticheki, ni fun, sawa. Lakini we jua ni kitu yenye utaitoka. So you just ask yourself, which bash have you ever wanted to go and say, I want it to be like this forever? You always reach a place where you're just like, I gotta go, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is a bash that will not let go of you. So we decide. We chukue hizo drugs, watu wako job. Sunaona Cybertruck, wewe ndio customer. Ndio nimesikia. Allegedly. Allegedly. No, but I always get surprised when I see, like, and a time where the economy is doing bad, and then there's people that are just like, see, you know, with crazy money.
Alafu, they as in, nikawa time. It's like when they do it on purpose.
The moment we're broke.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to show you.
January, bro.
Yeah. It's very unfair. Fuck you.
Okay, maybe
it's like, sorry.
Pesa za events zimeingia.
Yeah. Anyway, 2 stories before we finish. One, were you in primary school, a day school or a boarding?
Started off as day scholar, then 7, 8 boarding.
Hey, wazazi waliona huyu anaenda kuharibika.
Ni rule ya shule ilikuwa hivyo.
What?
Class 7 that term, you had to go to boarding.
Hey. Like the rule of the school.
Yeah.
The school says now you must sleep here.
From class 7 that term.
That's crazy. I thought boarding was optional.
But unge opt kwa weekly boarder pia. Weekends unaenda home alafu utarudishwa Monday asubuhi.
Nice. Did you like boarding?
Primary kwa high school was mad.
Yeah?
Were
you bullied?
Of course, kila msee alikuwa bullied, yeah. Kwanza the fact that I don't have a sister. So already you're in disadvantage.
Why?
It's because ukiwa na sister, kuna, msee ako na sis. Tutamwona funky ama kitu kayo. As in, as it was like an advantage. So ilikuwa kuna wase already washajua una sis.
Yeah.
So unajua msee akiona msee ashasema akona sis. So I'll play that to the other guys.
Damn.
Yeah,
so you had nothing
surviving.
to offer. That's crazy. All right.
But it was bad, yeah.
Day school, you know, like it's January. And I had to tell you this story because it's January. And in Kenya, January is? mango season.
For the
Right?
Kambas.
Like there's a tree at my place. I've been timing those mangoes. They're like 100 of them. I'm ready. I bought the salt already and the
For selling,
the
am I
tree.
eating?
Selling. I
It's
never thought about
January.
it actually. So labda niziuze. But no, I was going to just eat them and give some
it
of my
out.
friends.
Okay.
Anyway, I saw this video and I asked myself, what's
Uh-huh.
going on with the kids for nowadays? Because when you're a kid, you're walking. Let's say you're walking past somewhere and you see a tree and it has mangoes. What do you do?
Suna pluck.
Lakini watoto wa squeeze wako hivyo. Watch this video of a guy complaining of a tree and the whole tree. Wait, run the tape.
I honestly don't understand kids of nowadays, yeah. When they misbehave. So na mango tree be this, everything ripe, everything. Based on my experience as a wicked mango plugger where I be those days, I know say everything, but the ones we green for this tree, everything ripe. See if you even use your hand plug and anything day like this. Oh, good old days.
All right, so basically you can see
He was complaining.
he's complaining about the
Guys aren't.
the whole tree has mangoes. Like, are there no kids passing
Because in the public estates, no.
You can see the mango tree. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter whose tree it was. As you're a kid, if the mangoes are lying on this side, your job is to pick it.
So does it mean wase wako more disciplined ama?
No, I think there's something. These kids are like childhood has changed. You never see kids outside playing anymore, right?
Yeah.
You're hearing guess juu wako na vitamin D deficiency. Watu wako nyumba tu wana wako kwa tabs and,
Either
and
for,
things.
kwanza sahi time ya COVID ilifaka hapo
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Watu wako addicted to that
People
stuff.
are addicted, even grown-ups. I've two people who've confessed to me, a girl and a boy, a man and a woman, that they are spending so much time playing video games, right? I'm a gamer, but I don't game every day. I can't remember the last time I gamed. But yeah, it's become a bit of an addiction of people just sitting in the house, bed rotting, playing video games. But as an adult, it's a choice. The kids, you can't pass by fucking mangoes. Like, is it that kids do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
As in maybe they don't treasure mangoes ka kitambo. Alafu unajua maybe at their places, maybe at their homes, wamezoesha
mangoes
maybe
from the supermarket.
Not like that. Maybe they are better fruits.
Yeah, from the supermarket.
Yeah.
These ones, you don't pick them.
As in, come on.
And what pisses me off more is that you'll find the average kid, if you ask them, like, okay, well, mostly Americans, like I saw a video, they're being asked, like where the thing comes from. And like, for example, the kid can't compute that a mango comes from a mango tree. They think it comes from the supermarket. And we're talking about
Crazy.
kids in like class 7, class 8, right?
But unajua wase wa US wanahonga mafala.
Hata watu hii si ndio nasema unajua nowadays people if you look and you say it's just the States, but it's also happening here. I think it's a very dangerous thing to see kids passing a mango tree. I just say these little grown-ups
Our parenting
are not
has
interested
changed,
in
but
food anymore.
ni stuff ya modern parenting ime fuck up watu hii crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they value mangoes, and it's terrible because I remember being a kid and someone like a guava tree. You don't even fucking like guavas, but like give me some, and you're like just eating, walking from the school bus on your way home.
You know, even outside, like when I go home, design us as children, tulikuwa tunatoka nje mnacheza futa, chenga funga nini. Like nowadays, there's no shit like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's either you go to the academy, like you have to pay to enjoy these extracurricular activities. It's mad. Unajua alafu unajua for the academy guys, utapata mse tu ni hana talent, but anaenda kuambia mafo here we have talent, there's potential, anakula tu hiyo do because anaona modern day parenting is effed up.
Honestly, I feel like whoever is watching me and can be able to understand what I'm talking about, how this is a disaster. We can't be having kids walking past a mango tree and not even having any interest of looking up and saying, I think we can smack a few of them to come down, because that's the curiosity. That's what creates curiosity in the mind, right? Like you're curious about the world around you. Now, if you're only interested in going to do the thing that you're comfortable at, what kind of an adult is this person?
Like we are so lazy.
I don't know. Don't say me. I'm saying them.
As in, we as a society, we are so lazy. Juu, sai, no trend, just do the normal shit. Just do the normal thing that someone could do. You'll just trend.
Like what? Like something normal?
Unaona ka, maybe ka unaona ka aka katoi kadogo. Tengere mwenye alipatana na IShowSpeed, the Ugandan boy. Alidance tu, alafu all of a sudden you just become famous. Just doing normal stuff. Unajua kuna mtoi atakam, akutishe tab, chill, watch maybe Miss Rachel, like for the whole day. Go eat. I don't like mangoes, I like pineapple only. As in, matoi wako hiyo design.
And that is what I'm calling out. This lack of curiosity in these kids is a problem, right? That was in Nigeria. I want us to finish off in the Oxford Dictionary because sisi kama wahenga, we have added new words in 2025 and consensuously, with consensus.
In the
beginning. So, with consensus, the whole world has agreed that this word is definitely needing to be in the Oxford Dictionary. And the word is nyash. Nyash is now an English word, right? Nyash is now in the English dictionary, in the Oxford Dictionary, which means that when you tell your boss, I'm not, if you use the word nyash in an office setting, it is legal.
Kwa email.
Kwa composition. Unaweza sema. Do people still write compositions?
Yeah.
Yeah? They're still a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In primary.
So amekuandikia hapo, because now you've gone back to school and the first exam they like giving you is write about your holiday, right? And it starts with, and that's the reason why, right?
I like nyash.
But then, and my mom entered the room and found my dad with nyash, right? I mean, there's so many ways you can spin it, but nyash is now, be comfortable. Use it anywhere you are because it is now legal. What does this tell you about words? What does it tell you? It means you can use anything word, right? The moment people have consensus, like now we can create a word this year, right? Just a random consensus saying cheeky, oro. That's now a word, right? And we just use oro. Right?
Lazima upeane meaning.
We'll find a meaning. You don't even need a meaning. 6, 7, what the fuck? There's no meaning. You don't need meaning. And that word is going to trend. And if people use it enough, it becomes a word. So it's not the way you used to think at Yo, they were just like some English professors were sitting down saying, oh, let's create a word. Thursday.
But
it wasn't like that. It was just people agreed.
So it's the same thing that should happen to kamusi. Hizi masheng words basi.
Wow,
kuna moja zinafaa.
English you can get away with it.
Kiswahili you can because it's an African language.
They will never allow you to add new words. Maybe for technology, like technologia, right? Or email and sijui anwani, right? All those. But now ati creating a word ati like now ati nilifika hapo nilikuwa nimekasirika na yeye sana nikasema sita mnaflikiki na yeye. Right? The Kiswahili will the people for Kiswahili will not allow wasema nini wewe? Everything has to come from wahenga. You are not a wahenga, right? They're not allowing you to add. But if it's about technology.
Now we tell someone like Swale Mdoe type shit akam tu na jina. Not us. You see the Swale Mdoe, the late Ken Walibora type of people. The wala bin wala. Waseme tu diabs.
You see, the thing that you're saying, types of people, and I've just come from educating you. Words are created by people. But Kiswahili, it's like, you think you can add a new Chinese word?
Okay, Chinese now.
Okay, you can't even be a Chinese citizen if you're not a Chinese. Right? You think they're going to allow you to mess up with Mandarin? But
now imagine now, compositions aside, like maybe from Sishaekwa, so maybe Tabai edition, 10th edition of the dictionary, Oxford. Una
10th? Bro, they've been doing this.
Ziko past 10?
What?
I left it at 8th edition, I don't know. So imagine composition meambiwa right about, ama umeandika ka idiom, ama expression.
Bro, you still remember idioms, yeah?
Yeah. Trauma ya shule. But bro, kwa box. The reasons why I love nyash. In a composition.
I don't think you're allowed to say that. I think you just you will be able to use nyash, but not say the reasons I love nyash. Although I would love for you to write, be provocative. Make it happen.
It's the same way when you maybe kulikuwa na hiyo sijui akaona figa ya chupa nini si venye tu na describe venye Kiswahili nini hizo design the same way beautiful eyes sina beautiful eyes maybe crooked smile blah 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 alafu nasema she had a good nyash.
That's correct. That is hapo umepata 10 marks. That's correct. I'm telling you, these are exciting times. My question is, which word do you think will make 2026, right? Which one will be the big word? Start trying to identify it, because Oxford guys have a job. They're waiting for you to tell them which is the new word. Sawa. All right, that's the end. We'll catch you on Friday with a new episode of Run the Tape. Bye-bye. Actually, also, since it's the beginning of the year, right? And we know that you're now starting to make your plans, your mood. Do you make mood boards? What are they called? The plan for the year. Vision board. Don't cheat. It's okay. I know guys don't make vision board. They just make their vision clear to go
not
see
for the whole year.
IShowSpeed.
Not for the whole year. Maybe till half of the year.
Okay. But at least you make a plan.
Yeah.
All right. So I have invited a very good friend of mine, someone I met. He's called Mark Pollard. I just call him a good friend of mine. But anyway, he will be seated right here to talk to us about strategy, especially for a young person. You're starting your year. What are some things that you can be able to use to have a different year? Because if you do the same things that you did the same way last year and expect different results this year, it's not going to happen. So we're going to be talking about strategy. Watch out for that episode. But we will be dropping a new episode of Run the Tape soon. So keep it right here, Boxpod TV. This year, we're going for the #1 sport in Africa. Kapow.